Okay, here is my latest make after my ranunculuses. So I finished those when I was in Illinois. I forget the exact date. It's in my last vlog, I think, if you want to see it. But or it would be in the mid-June vlog. Anyway, after that, I absolutely love the ranunculus pattern. I want to make more. And I got this yarn from Knit Picks when I got all that yarn from ranunculuses. This is Shine. It is a sport weight. The color is Hydrangea. I absolutely love the color, and I love that it's, a flower. It is 60% Pima cotton, 40% modal, which I think is some kind of processed bamboo. I could be wrong. So I got this originally in case I didn't like any of the ranunculus colors, or I wanted to make another one. I could use this. And I definitely do want to make more, but I just wanted to do something else before I make more. So I have had this pattern in my head for a while. It's not, I shouldn't say in my head. I've had it on my to make list. This is the Scallop Tank, I want to say it's called, obviously because the scallops on the V-neck. It's modified, but the original pattern is by For The Frills. She's an Australian or New Zealand designer, and she primarily does crochet. So this pattern is originally a crochet pattern So I'm adapting this from crochet to knit. I've never made a crochet garment, so it's a little intimidating. And secondly, I just think I prefer stockinette over all of the single crochets that are the body. Not only do I prefer the look of stockinette, I prefer the process of knitting a stockinette. I made a sun hat for my grandma for Mother's Day, and it's actually right here. There we go. That's my sun hat, but same deal. So it's a bunch of single crochet, and while I love the outcome, I don't love all the single crocheting. So for this, I'm trying to transform into knit into stockinette. So I followed the pattern precisely, essentially. I did a gauge swatch. One thing about this yarn is that it grows a ton in the wash, so make sure you block your gauge swatch. I'm so glad I did, because sometimes I get lazy and don't. But this grew a lot. So I hit gauge, just as many single crochets in a 4-inch. I have that many knit stitches in a 4-inch section. I think my row gauge is a little off, but I don't know. I never worry too much about row gauge, especially for garments, because I can make it as long as I need or want to. So I feel like that's an easy modification. So I don't usually save my swatches. I actually usually take them apart and knit them right away, but I decided to keep this one for a little bit. So this was my gauge swatch. I did 3 needle sizes. I think this is 3.5 millimeter, 4, and maybe 4.5, something like that. This middle one is the 4 millimeter. That's what I got gauge with. So that's what I'm going with. This is just purl stitches in between each one, and like I said, make sure you block it. Okay, so then I am making, I want to say it's like a size 40. It's the 3rd or 4th size in the pattern. I will put the correct info on the screen here because, like I said, I don't totally remember. It is the size large, whatever that size is. Anyway, so it is from the top down, and I modified, instead of it just saying like 2 single crochet, I did, a make one right or a make one left, whichever area needs to be. I also even had a napkin that I was drawing on so I could try and fully understand. I think I threw that out, but to try and make sure I was doing make one right and make one left correctly, because I just, for some reason, my brain wasn't wrapping around my brain correctly. I didn't, so the pattern has you start with the straps. I didn't do that, but looking back, I kind of wish I did. It would have been seamless, easier, less ends to weave in, but I just started here. So I just started with the top of the triangle because I wanted to just try it instead of doing the whole strap and then it not working out. So I was going to make 4 triangles, 2 left triangles, 2 right triangles. It was pretty easy. My triangles didn't turn out the way that I feel like they should have. They all kind of looked alike, and I thought they should have been 2 clear distinct lefts, 2 clear distinct rights, but that isn't really what happened, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. Clearly I I don't know. It was my first time ever like trying to just go for all those make one rights and lefts like in my own head or from my own creation. So I don't know, but I still didn't redo it. I was like, I'm gonna see if it'll be salvageable. So even though like I said, my triangles were a little wonky, I went ahead and joined them all in the round. My it's blocked till about here, because once it was all joined in the round, I was really nervous. I was like, this is really small. But again, after I blocked it, this yarn grew a ton, and now it's appropriate size. I've tried it on. That's what this pink yarn in here is. This is my waist yarn that I had it on when I was trying it on after blocking. So then I went ahead and added, it's a crochet. Here's the back. It is a crochet, single crochet all around the end. I did slip stitches for the first and last stitch of the whole thing. So that made it really easy to see. And these pins, this is just the bottom of my V-neck, and then the pins over here are my waist shaping. So that is what those are, and like my ends are obviously not woven in yet. So this I really love, the single crochet, the neat edge, and that goes around the entire thing, around the armhole, everywhere. I love that. I will probably do that in future design or in future times as well. And then the scallop is on the front. This was super easy to do, so don't be intimidated if you don't really know crochet. It's super easy. I think I'm going to add this scallop to the bottom as well, or I'm just going to do an I-cord bind off. I think I'm going to omit any ribbing from this. It's not so yeah, either this or the I-cord at the bottom. Just going to knit the rest of it. I think I got 5 balls of this yarn. I have used 1. Full one. I used literally 4 balls. 1 ball for each triangle. And then, so all my triangles, or all my yarn balls aren't totally full at this point, since I used a little bit of every one for every triangle, if that makes any sense. So 1 complete ball of yarn is gone, plus a little extra. We'll have to weigh it at the end to see how much yarn I actually used. I want to say I had 5 balls total of this, so I'm just going to knit until I start to run out. Then I'll try and make sure I have enough for whatever I decide to do at the bottom. Ever since my ranunculus and like getting some high-waisted shorts, I'm really, really not intimidated by a crop look at this point, so I'm excited about that. I don't know if this will be a crop tank, but if it does come out to where it has to be a crop tank, I'm not scared of that. So that's progress in my opinion. I really like the look of high-waisted shorts, just gonna say, and pants. Yeah, so that's my long spiel about the Scallop Tank. I am at this point, I don't know if I said this already, I started this in Illinois. I have been back for a week exactly. So I'm just going slowly. It's all stockinette at this point, and I'm really just doing it on my walks since it is all stockinette. It's so easy. The pattern calls for one of the modification. The pattern calls for increasing under the armhole every 5 rounds or so. I am actually decreasing because I don't want it to get bigger. The pattern also modifies it into a dress. I think that's cute. I do want to make some knit dresses, but not this. I want this to be the top. So yeah, I did just spiel about this. Oh, and I'm using the needle size. I'm using wooden needles, and they are size 4mm. These are needles I got on Amazon when I first started knitting. They're actually a mistake. I meant to get 16-inch needles, and these are, I don't know, way longer than 16-inch, obviously. So that was a mistake to buy those, but they were cheap, and I love my Chowgu interchangeables, but they're metal, and with the slippery type yarns like this, I've been using wood, especially like when I'm walking and stuff and not necessarily looking. So I like that it holds my yarn a little bit more. In the future, I would love to get a set of, what are those popular like bamboo-y needles? So anyway, this is my tank top. I think it's cute. I'm proud of it, just kind of like figuring it out as I go. These are double knit I-cord straps, I want to say they're called. This strap was in my, or in Jessie May's secret summer crop, my little secret crop pattern. So, and I really like the look of those, and I thought that would be nice. So that is why I went with those. And yeah, that's this. I'll keep it. Okay, so clearly my outfit doesn't really match, but I blocked this. I washed it and blocked it. After the wash, it was like super short and super wide, so I blocked it and just stretched it down so the length would be here instead of like all this width. So I think it's fitting really nicely. My pants are like paper bag pant or whatever those are called. So I think it's making a little bit of an effect right there, but I think I get the drift. Am I using these terms right? Anyway, I think I get how it's going. I think I'm going to do 1 more inch, maybe of stockinette, and then just finish it off with this scallop on the bottom. Just to, you know, let's just embrace the scallop look. So the back doesn't have the scallop though. I don't know if you can see, and my sunburn or my tan is still really weird. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. I really like the adjusted tie straps and how they're adjustable. So I've got lots of wet ends to weave in, obviously. I just wasn't sure. So yeah, I am very happy with it actually. Like I said, 1 more inch and then more scallop, and I think it'll be ready to wear. So this top is done. I finished it yesterday. I added the ruffle on the bottom. I think it's like 10 inches maybe from the underarm to the bottom. I bound off really loosely with a larger needle size. Then I single crocheted all around. Then I added the scallops on the bottom, just the same way you do the top basically. So it's really cute. I like it. I'll take some pictures at some point and get them up here.